5,000 years ago, when mankind started to ride on horseback, we thought it was the fastest speed we could ever make. 100 years ago, we thought we had reached the fastest traveling speed again when the Wright brothers invented the airplane. 70 years ago, we thought the same when we broke the sound barrier. 50 years ago, we achieved the fastest traveling speed in the rocket that took us to the Apollo 10 mission, and we aimed for one day to reach the ultimate speed limit of the universe, the light speed. But little do we know, we have already achieved the fastest traveling speed since the dawn of man. That is, the speed of a thought. So how fast is the speed of thought? Before we dive right into it, you must realize that it is pointless to talk about speed if you don't even know exactly where you are heading to. You must understand the concept of the destination first, so that we can fully learn about the thought speed. When you think of a place that you want to attend, you refer to it as a destination. As a human, due to our physiology and recognition system, we perceive a destination as a location. This is not difficult to understand, because after all, we live in a three-dimensional world, so a place is a location with a specific set of coordinates. But the very truth is, a destination is the same as anything else in this universe. Now listen carefully. A destination is no different than an apple, a star from the sky, or even a tiny dust on the moon's surface. Let's look at an example. How would you describe Central Park at New York as a destination? Is it just an address? Or is it simply as a set of GPS coordinates? Our way of living dictates us to perceive Central Park as a location. In fact, once you arrive to that exact location, what lies there might be a rock, a tree, a flower, or only some soil. In that sense, Central Park is an object, or a bunch of objects, as it's composed by trees, lakes, rocks, paths, and grasses. In essence, a destination is no different than anything else in the universe. Everything is an organized pattern of energy, existed in the form of vibration, and so does a destination. If you have missed our previous discussion about how a thought and vibration works, I will post the video link in the description section for you to review. So how fast is the thought speed? It is faster than an instant. How so, you must be wondering. In the previous section, we explained what a destination really is. When it comes to speed, it only makes sense when there is a distance exists between 2 points, the source and the destination. You might argue that there exists a distance between any objects, and therefore, it still requires speed to measure the rate of traveling. So what do you mean by instant? When you compose a thought, reaching to the destination, the thought is transmitted by vibration and reaches to the destination instantly. From a scientific angle, it is like what happens in quantum entanglement, when the vibration occurs on one side, for instance, thinking about the subject matter, then the actual subject matter gets involved instantly. In other words, at the moment when the image of the destination shows up in your mind, you've already channeled to it and your thought has arrived to it. Your thought emits the vibration and reaches to the destination instantly. As mentioned, destination is no different than any other objects. In the realm of quantum mechanics, it exists no distance, and therefore the equation of speed does not apply. That is why our thought can actually travel faster than instant, because there is no applicable speed to associate with it. How your physical body reaches to the destination is a different story. It is more complicated than merely issuing a thought. By the law of attraction, it draws the subject matter towards you, in this case, the destination. When you think of an apple that is inches away from you, you can physically reach to it relatively easier than reaching to Central Park. This has to do with how your mind is trained to perceive the subject matter. In the case of reaching to Central Park, by the human way of thinking, it persuades you that it is a place that is farther away, and therefore it would take a greater effort to attract to the subject matter. As a result, more has to happen in order for you to reach to the Central Park. You might ask, what good is knowing the speed of thought? It is important because it affects your mentality, and therefore everything that you do. One of the most dangerous habits is to draw a boundary for yourself when there is no reason to. Since the dawn of man, we see the world as a true three-dimensional environment, like all other animals do. As a result, our actions are performed naturally by following a set of self-imposed rules. For example, the distance between 2 points is a straight line. But is that really the case? What if you fold 2 points together from the same plane? Would there still be a distance between them? When you change the way you think, knowing that your thoughts have no limits in terms of speed and boundaries, it would mean that distance becomes irrelevant. That would make all objectives and destinations within a more confident reach. This would lead to a new style of thinking when it comes to approaching goals. In this approach, reaching the goal is no longer the question of whether, but the matter of how. As you know that the outcome has been touched by your thoughts already. The new criteria would be how demanding and persisting your request is. It would directly determine the result, as your demanding thought would guide you through the rest of the process when the frequency and intensity of your thought aligns with the vibration of the outcome. In the future episodes, we will definitely dive deeper into the topic. It takes time to accept and master new knowledge. To help you to take the first successful step, just remember 3 simple steps for now. Whatever you do, you must know that your thought can reach to the outcome instantly. So you must believe in it, you must act upon it, and you must persist on it. To learn more in this topic, be sure to subscribe to this channel, as we will discuss in more relevant area and dive deeper into the truth of this ultimate home we are living in. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the content and enjoy this program, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe.